Hi, I'm Colby. Uh, Others with me are Sky and Alexis, and we chose happiness for our project for this presentation. So, this presentation will start off with our introduction. We'll start explaining why we chose this topic. Then we'll go on to explain the research questions we wanted to discuss throughout this project and what methods we used in answering them. We'll then go into explaining our theories and definitions with oper operationalized happiness with a theory, definitions from other disciplines, expert interviews, and the definition of happiness from a sport fan perspective. You're going to hear some information on our expert interviews and what they had to say. Um, and then finally, we'll do our scale developments and we'll show you what those were. And we'll also talk about our Likert type scale. And then we'll go into some discussion, some conclusions, and then we'll show you our references. So, why happiness? We chose happiness because sports revolve around being happy. Sports promotes happiness. Um, you go around games, you've seen people smiling, enjoying having a good time, enjoying the game. Being able to enjoy a game in person brings a lot of fans happiness. That experience is really exciting. Just getting to be there. So our research questions, we wanted to operationalize happiness from a sport fan perspective, and then also develop a Likert type scale to help measure this happiness throughout our research. Some of the methods that we used in conducting our research was through literature review, online resources, such as websites and journal articles. We had two expert interviews that we're going to talk about a little later on, and then our content analysis. So our first theory is a eudaimonic theory. This is when true happiness comes from living a meaningful life and involves activities with one's values. Sports are a huge part of people's lives and who they are as a person. Some people are very fortunate to go to multiple live sporting events in their lifetime. Others maybe only get to go once or not at all. Getting to sit and live in that moment might be the happiest time of their lives.
Hi guys, I'm Sky. I'll be discussing our second theory. Our second theory is the self-determination theory. This is the human well-being and happiness through autonomy, competence, and relatedness. People watch and participate in sports that help them feel connected to others. For example, if you go to a Bills game, everyone there is a Bills game. The atmosphere it brings, you feel connected to them because you all share the same love for the same team. You get to interact with others who share the same passions as you as well. Uh, the last theory is the positive psychology theory. This involves pleasure, engagement, and meaning. Being a part of a sport event gives fans immediate gratification and enjoyment. Sports makes fans feel like they have a purpose. When conducting our research, we found these three definitions of happiness. The first definition being subjective well-being, which refers to how individuals experience the quality of their life and includes both emotional reactions and cognitive judgments. Our second definition is the quality and quantity of social connections and support. This emphasizes the role of interpersonal relationships and communications within fostering feelings of joy, contentment. And our third definition is communicative satisfaction, which refers to the sense of fulfillment and positive emotional response derived from effective and meaningful communication interactions. So here is our expert interviews that we conducted. Some of our questions include what made you want to work in athletics / a certain field of work? What part of your job do you feel has made the biggest impact on your life? What advice do you have for someone new to the industry, freshly out of college? What skills did you develop early in your career? Was there anything that you found difficult within your career? And lastly, what was the hardest thing you learned that you learned in your career?
When talking to Christopher Williams, an assistant athletic director for a local high school, he talked about the happiness that his job brings him, getting to see the athletes thrive in their sports, how sports bring the entire school together and makes them feel like one big community. Our other expert, Sophia Miller, talked about happiness within sports to spend time with family and friends, doing or watching something you all enjoy. And some of the key words we got out of these two interviews were thrive, family, community, love, and enjoyment. Happiness from a sport fan perspective is euphoria when your team wins a big game, feeling a sense of community and camaraderie with other fans of the same team, and the happiness derived from the anticipation before, during, and after the game. It brings an escape from everyone's daily life. We have four scale examples. Our first one is a quantitative scale from 1 to 7. So we ask fans how they feel, fans or athletes how they feel on a scale of 1 to 7 based off these feelings: accomplished, successful, achieving, fulfilled, self worth, confident, and happy. Our second scale is a qualitative scale, asking them how they feel after a game, whether they're playing or watching. And some examples that we got were: I feel a sense of delight after a good performance. I love getting to watch my team with my friends, and I am satisfied with the way my team has been playing. Our last scale is another qualitative scale. Um, this would be asked like why sports are important to them, and they answered this of the event may be attributed to something about me that is stable or permanent. The event may be attributed to my hobbies, or the event may be attributed to who I am as a person. Our last scale would be the Likert type scale. And we're measuring happiness from a sport fan perspective. The Likert type scale is genuinely used for rating opinions, attitudes, and motivation for participants. Here we have it on a scale of strongly disagree, somewhat disagree, neither agree nor disagree, somewhat agree, or strongly agree. Happiness is closely associated with sports. In what ways does sport promote happiness? This leads to positive emotions when your team wins. The association between happiness and sports promotes the sense of community, belongingness, and pride in a sports fan. Happiness contributes to everyone's life in many ways. Sports promote happiness at the highest level because of how big sports are in our lives. It brings fans positive emotions to their life and promotes the greatest feelings.
And then these were our references that we used for our project.